make sure it's kosher. Lean on me like Bill Withers until you smell the roses.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, man. I got to talk about this one. It's fear, right? People have a very healthy slash unhealthy fear of the black man that they put through hell. So this is what I mean. There are people in the world who went out of their way to do a brother dirty. Went out of their way, just one of those things where I know I could get away with it. What was I watching? I was watching Domino Effect 2. Ali Sadiq, the comedian, and he was talking about as a kid he got fired from K. Rogers, which was at Kroger's, the grocery store, and he got fired from Kroger's because the manager walked up. One of the managers walked up to him and said, "You was in the bathroom drinking alcohol. You gotta go." And he said he was like 16. He's like, "I'm 16 years old. I don't drink." And years later, he Ali's selling drugs, and he comes to buy drugs, and he's like, "Yeah, I know you." He said, "You fired me because you said I was drinking such and such, and the whole time you was drinking." He's like, "How you know that?" "Because you drinking it right now." He's like, "Hey, it was either you or me. You got to go." And so this type of unwarranted hatred and unwarranted BS you put the young boys through, young teenagers through, young men through, grown men through. You have these people doing this so much so that they have a healthy fear, the white guilt, the fear of revenge, like white people. But other groups do this too. So much so to the point where now you got these people scared of strangers. Not the people that did wrong, but if you just see a black person, now it's like, you gonna do something to me. You see these people with these massive, ridiculous, freakouts. Like, it's like, what is wrong with you? It's like, okay. I'm intimidated. What was the forgot the politician's name. It just happened. There's a black guy talking to a white lady on camera, black politician talking to a white politician on camera, basically. Black male, white female. Bigger guy. I think he played football. The way as big as he was, he looked like he played football. Could be wrong, but he's just a big guy. And after the conversation is over, she gets on camera maybe a day, 2 days later, a week later, whatever it is, and she, "I was so intimidated. He was a black man raising his voice, and I felt so scared." And the politician's like, "Hey, you can run the tape." She over there joke. We're having a political joust. She's laughing. It's all good. Then she went home and made up a whole new story. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to Emmett Till her brother, right? But then you have people do this so much that's why they're scared of the regular black guy. Oh, don't do this. Like, I forgot. It didn't happen. It wasn't that long ago when they had the young brother who was working, like he did like what HVAC work or something, and they sent him out to a location. There was an Asian lady there. She, "Oh my God, he black, oh, he got this out he black." And it's like, okay, all right. And he's filming it, and then the police come and they're like, "Didn't you call him?" "Yes, I called him. He black. Oh, he's scared. He black." It's like, okay. And then they was like, "Lady, he was called here to do a job. This is his job." "Oh, it's okay, white man, because he black. Okay. Could you come do the job now?" It's like, no. It becomes an issue, right? Just like sometimes you could see somebody's racism kicking in public. Like you go somewhere, they scowling at you for no reason. It's not they just see and you're like, "What's up? What?" They, don't get aggressive. It's like, this was years ago. I remember. I don't know if I said this before. I don't know. Might have a long time ago. So I remember years ago, I was jogging in the park, right? In the park in Houston, Memorial Park. Everybody knows like Memorial Park. There's this jogging trail. It's just like, but it's like sand and gravel, like a brownish sand and gravel, right? And I'm jogging the trail. I get off work. That's what I would do when I got off work. I would get off work because I would drive by the park, park at the park, you know, jog and then go home. Like that's what I would do. So as bald headed as I is, sometimes I wear do rags. But usually it's just for a sweat, to add more sweat or whatever. Um, and some of y'all, and I get that, but like if you have a head cold or something like that, you try to sweat everything out or whatever. But so I'm in the park, jogging, headphones on, and I'm jogging with my headphones on, but then I'm hearing this commotion. And I don't know what's going on because I'm jogging. I'm like, what the heck? And there's these three white guys. And the guy's mad at me coming while I'm jogging towards them. I can hear it now. I'm like, what the heck? He's mad at me for wearing a do-rag in the park. And it sends off some bat signal to him, right? And then, because the commotion is away, and as they're coming, I can hear. So I figured it out because I can hear it. I can hear better than they think. And one of the guys figured out I could hear him. And he was like, hey, Jimmy, calm down. I'm like, what? And he's like, and it froze up, right? Now these three guys, they probably got at least 50 pounds on me a piece, right? But at that point, it's like, oh, I don't trust him. I'm like, whatever, man. And that's happened. Stuff like that's happened numerous times, from teenager to adult, right? But you get this, you start getting a sense of, okay, you put a brother through hell and now you scared. Same thing with quote unquote if it's black on black. Brothers do stuff to other brothers and they're like, huh. Like I'm of the belief that if you do something to me, if I don't get my hands on you, I'm gonna make you very uncomfortable. So um, let's just say if you did something to me and you around me, I'm gonna make you be around me and I'm gonna make you try. I'm gonna make you not want to be around me, right? Because I'm like, if you could, how can I say this gently? I once told a guy I'm gonna knock you out even if you tell me I'm sorry. And of course he didn't speak. You know what I'm saying? What I told him was say something else. If you even say I'm sorry right now, I'm gonna knock you out. That's what I told him. But people, it's a healthy fear. But it's like when you screw a guy over, you know what's gonna happen, right? You should know. You should know. But when it comes to black men, it's like people, trip. And I can even say I've even had my run-ins with some law officers that wanted to be a bully, and I had to flat out tell them like, hey, dog, I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that. You ain't gonna get a black person that's holding back. None of that. It's just you gonna get hurt today. It's like what the yeah. It's like the governor is off, buddy. And so people have a fear, but you shouldn't have. The problem is you got a fear of somebody because you did them wrong in the first place. You shouldn't have did a person wrong. So that's why I say it's a healthy fear, but it becomes unhealthy when you have people who are just out in the world doing people wrong. They don't know where their karma is coming from. So every black guy they see is an amalgamation of all the karma that they got coming. It's weird, but it is what it is. But tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch you on the next one. Peace.